Yo, Kate here from the Minecraft, and yes, that's right, I'm doing a double review of Kamenrider Gav. Now, I've been meaning to watch Kamenrider Gav, I've just been busy / dealing with my procrastination, because I've made it my goal to beat the ever-living shit out of the procrastination that haunts me, so yeah. Kamenrider Gav is the newest season of Kamenrider, and after my Tokusatsu burnout, I didn't really watch that much Tokusatsu. Like, I tried to watch a bit of King Oger, but I just couldn't. Eventually, I started watching Boom Boomger, which I'm currently reviewing. And after the Kamen Rider season that came after Kamen Rider Geats, Kamen Rider Gav was announced, and honestly, when I first discovered it, I really did dig the visuals and stuff. I especially like the mouth driver. I like the design of Kamen Rider Gav, and I really like how the gimmicks are like these little candy monsters, which some know about Tokusatsu is that there's usually a gimmick, like for Super Sentai and Kamen Rider, the gimmick is like something that goes with like the Henshin device or like Morpher or something. But so this episode obviously introduces us to Kamen Rider Gav and this kid character who ends up helping Kamen Rider Gav, despite the fact that the kid kind of finds him a bit weird. But so after Kamen Rider Gav eats some candy, it's discovered that Kamen Rider Gav actually isn't human. We actually discover that the driver is actually a part of him, for he is a part of some sort of species that have mouths on their stomachs, which is quite interesting because usually for most Kamen Rider series, the driver or transformation device is a separate thing. It's usually not like a actual part of the rider. So honestly, I found that quite interesting. And yeah, after he eats like a certain food or something, like it gives him like a new gimmick, which is something we actually see in the teaser for the second episode, but I'm not going to be talking about that. But honestly, yeah, again, like I mentioned, I dig the design of the driver. I like the design of Kamen Rider Gav. I really do enjoy the gimmicks of this series because they're just so weird and cute. And also, speaking of weird, the driver itself, like when Kamen Rider Gav puts a gimmick inside of it and like activates it, it has two voices, like this cute voice and this weird voice, and it also plays like this weird circus like music. It's so weird, but I like it. Like, just by watching this episode, I could tell that this is going to be another one of those weird seasons or weird series of Kamen Rider, and I'm all for it because again, I just love the design of Kamen Rider Gav, and actually something cool about Kamen Rider Gav is that he can actually regenerate parts of his suit. Like if armor pieces or something are broken off, he can like regenerate them, and honestly, I just find that so cool. So the episode ends with Kamen Rider Gav leaving the kid with a note, basically saying, "Hey, thank you for like helping me out," and the episode ends with Kamen Rider Gav also getting a motorcycle and also passing out somewhere else and being found by a girl. So for a starting episode, honestly, I quite liked it. I give this episode 6 out of 7 stars. Now, on to episode 2. Alright, episode 2. In this episode, we are introduced to the villain faction, which contains villains that have a human form that hides their monster form. And honestly, they look pretty decent, although taking a look at them, you can definitely tell, yeah, they're evil. They're fancy and evil. So, and also something that I didn't bring up earlier, but basically what they do is they capture people, and when they capture people, they basically turn into like acrylic cutouts wrapped in like ribbon that's supposed to be like a tongue, and then they're apparently turned into like some sort of candy, which sounds really dark, but I don't know what else to say. But yeah, in this episode, Kamen Rider Gav unlocks another form, which is a potato chip related form. Now, as someone who happens to enjoy potato chips, honestly, I really do dig the form, especially since, like, the two weapons you have, which are, like, two blades, like, they break really easily, but, like, depending on if someone is hit by, like, the edges of the blade, apparently it does a lot of damage, and also, thankfully, the twin blades can, like, regenerate, which honestly, I really do like the idea of, like, armor and weapons that can regenerate. I really, really do like that concept. It's pretty cool. Yeah. We also discovered that the belt that he has is called a Red Gav, which is apparently, to, like, the villain faction, really powerful. Which is something that's teased in the teaser for the next episode, where we also get a teaser of another form, or... Okay, not really another form, more like a new weapon that's like a giant fist that's Zelda-related. So yeah. But yeah, honestly, again, a good episode. I give this episode 6 out of 7 stars. So yeah, so far, I'm quite enjoying Kamenrider Gav, and I do plan on watching it alongside Bakugan Shintai Boon Boomger. So yeah, anyways, that was it for this video. Make sure you all subscribe and like for more, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, home guards, and goodbye!